Hello and welcome back to Novacraft. This is episode 10. I'm pleasantly surprised we've actually made it this far. I didn't think we would keep going after a couple episodes, but I'm having fun and I want to keep doing this, so here we are. We've got a big episode planned. At least this is going to be the biggest build we've done yet. And it's going to go right over our head in that curved area into the mountain. There's a lot of materials we had to gather in between episodes, so I spent a lot of time designing the build and gathering all the materials. You see there's a little vine farm there to make some mossy cobblestone and stuff. There's plenty of trees over here, a little impromptu tree farm where we line up a bunch of birch saplings and force them all to grow to a specific height. We need a lot of wood. And I spent a lot of time in the end as well, gathering shulker boxes. That was a big pain because I died about 4,000 blocks away from the middle. Had to re-get everything. But that's all done. I've gathered almost 8 full shulkers of all the materials we need for this build. And what we're going to make is a mob farm. We'll get gunpowder from the creepers, but we'll also get skeletons and zombies and witches and spiders and everything that can spawn will be killed by this mob farm. But as you can read from the title, it's not just a mob farm, it's going to be a combination mob farm and iron farm. I haven't really seen this done at least on a single player small scale, but this is going to be kind of cool and kind of unique. I spent a lot of time in the creative world designing it, but we're ready to go now, so let's build it up. So this is how it works. Essentially, there are 2 spawning platforms here, and inside them we're going to get zombies and skeletons and spiders and whatever can possibly spawn will spawn in here. Periodically, as you can see that in the corner there are droppers and there's water buckets in them. Those will get powered periodically and will dispense some water. Here it goes now, which will flush everybody out into the middle, and they're going to fall. Droppers turn off, and now they fall down into a viewing chamber. You can see the iron golem right there. The villagers are scared of zombies, and they spawn the iron golem to protect them. They all get pushed down and will eventually fall to their deaths. And just in case they don't, like the iron golem here, we've got these soul fire flames, or soul flame campfires, whatever they're called, and that'll make sure that everything eventually dies. Below the flames, though, there's some hoppers that will suck up the goods. So yeah, this is kind of just a time lapse of it happening over and over again. You can see how often it happens, once every, I don't know, minute or so. That can be controlled by 2 hopper clocks that are up above. You see a little redstone pulse going back and forth every now and then. And that's pretty much it. I let it run for about 2 hours, and this is what we got. So we got some bones and arrows from skeletons, some rotten flesh, which is basically trash from our zombies, but, you know, we need them to spawn the iron golems. The gunpowder, that's what we wanted. We already have 4 stacks. I guess that's 2 stacks an hour. Not a lot of gunpowder, but it'll be plenty for our purposes. Basically, each stack of gunpowder will give us 3 stacks of rockets. So, you know, a couple hours away, and we can already build 12 stacks of rockets. That'll last us quite a while. 2.5 stacks of iron, not too bad. Poppies from the iron golems as well. Some string from spiders. I don't know what they'll do with that, but we have it. And then there's some other items that are going to be gotten uncommonly from witches, and redstone, sticks, glowstone dust, sugar. Spider eyes, for some reason, come from witches and not spiders, but whatever. So, decent rates. We've still got a little more to do here. This is just, again, the skeleton, not the skeleton, the inner workings of it. And it'll kind of work while we're just kind of cruising around the base, as long as we're somewhat close to it. We just have to build up something aesthetically pleasing. So, go ahead and do that now. I'm editing this video now and realizing it's been quite a while since we released the last episode. And the reason for that is mainly just because of how much work it took to make this thing. It's not that crazy when you look at it from the outside. I mean, it's definitely the tallest and biggest structure we built. But I think the fact is we had to design the thing to work in the first place. I hadn't really seen any combination iron farms and general mob farms before. So yeah, we had to go into creative and figure out how to make this all work. Then after that, we had to design a structure, a shell, some sort of design to make it look like it fits into the aesthetic of the surrounding area. And then after that, we have to go into the actual real survival world that we're in and gather all the resources and then start building it up. And it always takes longer to build something in survival than in creative, because you can just fly around freely in creative. So it kind of actually gives me a better appreciation for what the full-time YouTubers do for this. They'll build stuff like this all the time. I mean, much bigger, more impressive stuff than this, and they'll pump out, 2 episodes a week. So yeah, I'm doing what I can to find an hour here or there just to cobble this together slowly. Overall, I like the way this is going to turn out. It's a bit different. All the other buildings we have are birch with some dark oak accents, or vice versa, and this one's got a lot of stone, cobblestone, mossy variants of those two things, except for the boxier compartments up top. Those have more wood accents to kind of match the rest of the build. So yeah, it's a bit of a departure, but I think it still fits. I think it still looks pretty good. It's unique. It's got this like medieval tower kind of vibe to it. And to be honest, I'm getting a little tired of building the same blocks, using the same 2 blocks over and over again. So I think this one and some buildings or 2 that I have kind of images of in the back of my mind, they're going to be a little bit more stone, a little bit more diverse in the building materials. So here it is. Our mob farm / iron farm is complete. And I think it looks pretty good. I mean, it's definitely huge compared to everything else. It's at least really tall. I mean, the cloud limit is like right here, so the top scrapes into the clouds. I think I like to think of this as kind of a watchtower that watches over the village. Keeps an eye on the pillager tower over there to make sure nobody else is pushing, and if it did, it would light up a big warning flare or something. A couple other things I did to touch this up was you can only see, well, right here you see these redstone lamps. They will light up whenever the water is flushing mobs out of the tower there. So they're all hooked up together, so they'll light up whenever you know that it's doing its thing. And then I also improved the pathway area a little bit. Cleared out some of the wheat, added some hay bales, and I have some automatic item sorters coming into each of these boxes. Should probably be labeled, but have rotten flesh, arrows, bone, gunpowder, iron, string, and then all the miscellaneous stuff. This will be whatever you get from witches, plus the poppies that you get from the iron golems as well. So that's it. I mean, we should probably take some of this gunpowder and actually make some rockets. That was the whole point of this, to be able to fly around. So it does this, but it doesn't actually show the recipe for the rocket. I mean, this is it. Firework rocket. Those two, it should automatically show it when you have the ingredients ready. I don't know why it does that. In any event, yeah, look at this. We've got tons of rockets, nice and easy. Mission accomplished, and now the next episode we're going to be able to take advantage of that, tying up some odd tasks that we need to do. I'm happy. I like it. Got some good ideas for what to do in the future. So until the next one.